This is Mike in Georgia. You've reached our winning team training call for this evening. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
David Mincy from Melbourne, Florida.
Well, David, I'm mighty glad to hear you in here tonight. We missed you
Yeah,
the other day.
yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I apologize. Remember
I
I
was,
told you I had a headache coming on.
yeah,
Well, I had a monster ear infection, and I couldn't hear anything.
hate to hear that. Good evening. This is Mike in Georgia, and you've reached our winning team training call for this evening. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hi, Mike. It's Reverend Dave in Ohio.
Well, good
Or
evening.
maybe I should say Snow, Ohio, since it snowed here today.
Oh my goodness, it's getting cold here today, but I'm hoping we ain't gonna have any snow.
I'm on my phone today because my son needs to go to bed early tonight because he has to be up at 3 a.m. because his job wants him to come in early. So I'm on my phone, so I sound a little bit funny. It's because I'm on my headset.
Well,
I'm using a Bluetooth.
you sound just fine. You're a little lower in volume than normally are, but other than that, you sound just fine.
Okay. What is that?
I'm not sure. Is that you, David?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, okay.
That's me. If you're asking if I just jumped on a screen share, yeah, that was me.
No, there was a noise being created. We was wondering what the noise was.
It's a macaw. I'm gonna go chop his head off.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I haven't had my supper tonight, so I'm fixing supper, so I'm going to meet out so you won't hear me eating.
oh, we appreciate that. But if you got something to say, you know you can come back in here. So, are you feeling any better tonight, David?
Yeah, I've been on antibiotics for 4 or 5 days now, and it's getting a little better. But man, I had a bad one. I don't know if I got some kind of virus or something from being in the hospital so many days. I was there
That's possible.
16 days. You
Yeah,
know,
I
I
know.
was in,
Yeah,
I was in and out of that place all the time, and so
that's possible. I tell you what, I'm allergic to hospitals. They seem like every time I go in there, I can be perfectly well, and I can go in there, and then I come back out with something. So I'm allergic to
yeah.
them.
Well, I'm allergic to this one now because they killed her.
Well, I hope you don't have any reason to be back in there anytime soon. So
No, no, not me. I just seen them give me a Viking funeral. You
yeah,
know, just put me in my airboat, push me out in the middle, wrap me up in a sheet, and set me on fire, and then sink the boat. That's what I'm.
oh man. Well, let's hope it don't come to that anytime soon either. We still need you. We need you in here to take over these calls.
Yeah, I got to get some sign-ups, man. I talk to people all the time, and they just, you know, I've got, let's see, one of my banners has got about. Go ahead.
Good evening. This is Mike in Georgia. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
It's Don, Mike. Just getting in under the wire.
Oh, that's all right. You're here and on time. I thought I recognized the ring there. Your ring is a little bit different from everybody else's ring. I'm not sure why, but it is. But I can usually recognize it's you.
Hi, Don.
Is this Reverend Dave?
No, it's David Mincy down here in Florida.
Oh, hi, David.
How are you?
Said there were three on here. I thought maybe it was you and Rev Dave.
Well, it is. Rev Dave's on here, but he's he was eating, so he's muted out, so we won't hear him chomping. He's here over in Snow Ohio. Did y'all have any snow where you are today?
Yeah, we had a covering of, nothing you could really call measurable, but it had a white cover on the ground.
Wow.
And it was in the 20s most of the day.
Whew, that's cold. We've been in the 40s most of the day. It's going down in the 30s right at freezing tonight. So, but it rained yesterday and this morning, and then it's been sunshining the rest of the day. So it might be a little cold, but at least we got sunshine.
Yeah, I take that back. We had some sun this afternoon too. It helped a little. As a matter of fact, I think it melted all the snow that caught the sun.
Yeah. Well, it's just our Easter chill. That's what we call
I
it.
remember as a kid one time, or maybe a couple of times, hunting Easter eggs with snow on them.
Yep. Seems like every year, right at Easter, the week of Easter, we get a freeze or drops down into into cold weather there. But then towards the end of the week, it'll be warming up again. So we're gonna be back up in 75, maybe 80 degrees here by the end of the week. So that's.
Yeah, I think they're calling for the 60s here by it was either Friday or Saturday. Might have been Friday.
Well, 62 is like bathing suit weather for you, isn't it, Doc?
Yeah, I was going to say that's pretty nice weather up here.
Oh me, that's still a little cool for me.
Actually, I feel my best weather is when I can wear a sweatshirt. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. I wear I call it a sweater. It zips up. It's got a hood on it, so I don't know what you want to call it, but I wear it most of the time in the house and outside and everything else here this time of year. I wear it all winter long in the house for sure, and when I go outside, I wear it. Sometimes I put a coat on over it in the wintertime, but
I was going to say I have a few of those. That's what I call my winter coat.
it's pretty much what I wear for winter and summer. It just, I don't know. My wife likes to get it real cold in the house, and it's uncomfortable for me. So I wear this. It keeps me more comfortable.
That's supposed to be the other way around, isn't it? Isn't your wife supposed to be cold-blooded and you warm-blooded?
No, I think it's got something to do with old age. I'm older than she is, so I think the age is catching up to me.
No, I believe that's the truth, Mike. I've noticed as I've gotten older, I really can't tolerate the cold like I used to.
She still likes the cold, but I don't know. I'm just not real big fond of it. It hurts my joints.
Well, this year I honestly thought about becoming a snowbird.
Yeah.
It was really cold this year up here, outside the usual.
Gonna come down here and join Michelle, huh?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't like hot weather either.
Well,
I like weather I'm comfortable in.
It's a lot hotter in Georgia than it is in Florida. It's warm all year round in Florida, just about. And they get a little cool weather every now and then, but you got the ocean breeze blowing across the state there, and it doesn't get super hot like it does here. But in Georgia, we don't have any breeze blowing. It gets super hot in the summertime. So, and it
actually lived in Florida when I was 18 for a few months.
Yeah. We don't.
Well, in the month of September, the humidity's so bad down here you can cut it with a knife.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I hate, humidity.
Yep, we have a big humidity problem here. It's you just walk outside and you're wringing wet. Good evening. This is Mike in Georgia. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hi, Mike. It's Marnie. How are you?
Well, good evening, Marnie. I'm doing good. How are you doing this evening?
Okay, thanks. And hi to everybody else.
Hi, Marnie.
Hi,
Hi,
Don.
Marty.
Hi, Dave.
We
Hey.
we got Rev Dave in here too. He's eating.
Oh,
He's
hi,
listening,
Dave.
but he's eating, so he muted out so we wouldn't hear him chomping. How's your
Okay.
weather been today? Did you get snow too?
Yeah.
Well, me.
Oh, did you get it there too?
Oh no, but it's going down to freezing tonight. Uh,
Oh,
we didn't get any snow. We had rain yesterday and had rain about half the day today, but it was still in the 50s and even in the 60s earlier. But
ah.
it's been down. When the rain quit, it dropped down into the 40s and it's headed to freezing. So, but we had
So
sunshine
it's
most of the day after the rain quit. So.
so does that mean it's supposed to just uh, go down and you're not supposed to get any snow or anything, though, are
Oh,
you?
oh no, it's just going down. It'll start warming up again tomorrow and the next few days, and then by the time by the time the weekend comes around, it's gonna be back up into 75, 80 degrees. So,
Well, that'd be nice for Easter. It is supposed to get warmer here, but we did have, believe it or not, quite a bit of snow here.
yeah,
But some of it was some places was worse than others. But there's some on the ground, but most of it actually did melt. Thank goodness.
yeah. Thank you. That's
hmm But they called for this for a week, saying we were going to have snow today, and we did.
mm. Well, I do hate to say it, but I am glad it was up there. They, Rev Dave had some snow in Ohio, and Don said he had it in Indiana, and now you've got it up in Brantford. So I don't know. You didn't have no snow down there, did you, David, in Florida?
No snow down here. It just rained.
It just rained. Yeah, well, we had rain. We had a lot of rain. We had some pretty bad thunderstorms yesterday and all night last night.
Yeah. So, Dave, what was the weather like in Florida?
Well,
Temperature.
the wind was blowing about 25 miles an hour, and it was about 78 degrees today.
Wow.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Outside air conditioning.
Outside air conditioning. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we've had when the rain quit, then we've had 24, 25 mile an hour wind all day today. So it's been windy.
Yeah, it's been very windy here.
But like I say, the week should start improving from here on. So, and this will probably be our last cold spell of the
I hope so.
at least until next fall. So,
I hope so.
I
And snow.
I saw the news today, and this weatherman's got a real sense of humor. He said that we were cold with a wind chill with the wind blowing, but in Hawaii, in Honolulu, it was 82 with a wind chill of 80. I'm thinking, really going to need to hear
A wind chill.
a chill of 80.
I'll be- yeah.
Oh my.
Okay.
Well, I don't haven't heard Sandy come in here yet. She's been usually getting here a little bit before now. Oh, anyway, does anybody have anything they want to talk about tonight before I get started on something?
Yeah, I got two press releases out there. and I did it in part 1 and part 2. I don't know if you've seen them yet.
No, I haven't. I've been busy trying to get some other things running today, and I hadn't actually looked at much of anything, to be honest with you. But I can.
Well, you don't have to do that now. I was just saying I got 2 more out.
Let's see here. Let's see here. David Minton. By Jove, you surely do, don't you? How to air layer trees apart. Trees apart. I'm not sure I know what air laying trees are. Maybe I'll have to read that. Have a friend that sits closer than a brother. Some interesting titles there. Part 1, okay. I didn't see the 1 on the RSS feed I was looking at. It just said trees part, and I didn't know what trees part was. Oh, we lost someone there.
All right, Rick wants to know, how do you add a message to
Everybody still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I apologize. I was reading Dave's PR here. David's.
I'm here.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna read that, and we'll definitely comment and share it out. Both of them here, but I'm not gonna take the time on the call right in here to read it. You are progressing, David. You're looking good there. What I want to know is, does anybody know the 2 type of people that we want to, that we're looking for when we try to sponsor someone into Stifort? Okay.
2 types, you mean personality-wise?
Well, people are looking for different things when they look at a program and when they sign up for a program, but they're looking for the program to do different things for them. And I just wondered, I can think of 2, well, I can think of several, but 2 main reasons why someone would want to sign up with Stifort. And I just wondered if any of y'all had any idea before I share my 2 reasons.
Well, I would think they're either looking for tools to market their main business, or they're looking for another income stream.
That's the exact 2 reasons that I was thinking of. Exactly. You got the people that have a business that they're running, and they want to increase that business. They want to make that business better, get the word out, advertise the business, promote it. And they need tools to do that with. And it's, with Stifort, we've got the tools for them. And then we got people that want to, they just want to make a little extra money. They want to make some more money. They want to make a lot of money. And they really don't care how they do it, as long as they got a program that's going to work for them and generate an income. And Stifort, of course, obviously can do that too. Of course, we're not really out there promoting, just sign up people to be signing up people. We're promoting, we're tool salesmen, and we're out here to sell the picks and shovels so the miners can dig their gold. But when you're talking to people, and David, you mentioned a while ago, you need to get out and start talking to some more people. And when you're talking to people, that's the two things you need to be looking for. You need to be aware of what it is that they want. What are they looking for? What's the hot button that'll trip their trigger? You know, some people get really excited when you talk about having the autoresponders and the capture pages, landing pages, and the mailer system, and all the other tools that we have. Some people get real excited about that because it's something they can use to promote their business. And when that's the case, then that's what you need to concentrate on. That's the thing you need to present to them. You need to find out what tools they're using. How are they promoting their business? How are they going about doing it? And what are they using? And what's it cost them? And how is it working for them? And then you got the opportunity to share with them, tools that you have available for them to use. And you can show them where they can possibly even save a little money, because the fact that we got all the tools rolled up in one big package, for a relatively cheap price, 35 cents a day. That's pretty cheap. But then you got the people out there that they're interested in making an extra dollar. They're interested in, you know, they want to take a vacation every now and then. You need the money to afford it. They maybe need to buy a new car. They might want to make their house payment, or this day and age, they might need a little extra money to buy groceries with. And that's when you're talking to people in conversation, that's the things you need to be looking for. If you hear anything like that, like they sure could use an extra few dollars here and there, or sometimes their money runs out before the bills do, and when the month ends before, and the money doesn't seem to stretch quite that far. So anything that might clue you in to the fact that they're looking to make some extra money, and at that point in time, you got something to offer them. You got a way to offer them a chance to make some extra money, and all they have to do is just turn around and of course they can come into Skyfork for $9.95 a month, or we really like to show them how they can come in on a yearly basis and how they can save an extra 20%, on over the monthly fees. But you basically can show them how for basically $10 a month, or there again 35 cents a day. They can make that extra money. They can make the money they need. Some people extra $100 put them on Easy Street. Some people might take a lot more than that. Well, you got the opportunity to make that extra $100. You got an opportunity to make a lot more than that. Just depends on how you want to work it. And all they have to do is just share that opportunity with other people. And I guarantee you, if they're out there looking, to make some extra money, I bet you they know somebody else that needs it too. And that type of person, you probably don't want, unless they just ask, unless they just really want to know. You probably don't need to waste a whole lot of time teaching them all about the tools. What you need to do is teach them how to duplicate what you're doing and just sharing the program with other people. They don't have to share it with very many. You don't have to share it with very many. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you can pretty well max the plan out by sharing with just 4 people. And as long as you're teaching those 4 people to duplicate what you're doing, you got an opportunity right now on just rank advancement bonuses to make over $500,000, and you can get there in a year's time real easy, if you will just share with other people and teach them how to duplicate. How do you teach them? Anybody got an idea how you teach people to duplicate what you're doing?
On the winning team, for one.
There you go. That's what I'm looking for. You bring them into the team. Engage. Just like we've told everybody, taught all along, engage in the system, but you teach them to also engage. And how do they engage? First of all, you get them going to the winning team. You get them on the winning team chat room, and get them participating in the chat room. We've got a lot of members in this chat room that you just never see them. You never see them on there. It doesn't do a bit of good in the world just to be a member and sit back and not do anything. Hopefully they're reading what other people are saying, but get in there and get your feet wet. Nothing else, just say good morning. And of course, it's probably better if you do that in the morning. I have trouble doing it in the morning sometimes. I'm a retired nighttime worker, so I don't get up too awful early in the morning. Sometimes it's not morning when I get up, but just engage them, get them involved in the chat room, get them involved in the website, and get them involved on these calls. Bring them to the calls, and get them engaged. We're good folks. We have a good time. We socialize here on these calls, and that's one of the things you need to be doing outside these calls. You need to be socializing. If you get on the social networks, and they don't call them social networks for nothing, you get on the Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and all the other places, and socialize. You don't have to get on and start browbeating somebody about your business and your opportunity, and they need to do this and they need to just socialize. How's your weather? How's your family doing? How's things been going? And as you do that, you begin making conversation, and people get to know you and they get to like you, and in that conversation you can look, are they looking for a little extra money, or are they looking to make tools and stuff like that, to have tools for their to promote their business? Good evening, this is Mike in Georgia. You've reached a winning team train call. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hi, Mike. It's Sandy in North Carolina.
Good evening, Sandy. I actually knew that's who you were, but I had to say it anyway. Welcome. We're glad to have you here.
Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Don.
Sandy, I asked the question a while ago, and that's kind of where we got off into on a little conversation here, but I asked the question a while ago, what are the two type of people that you're looking for to sponsor in the Stifle?
People like to help others, and people who are, I won't say ambitious, but yeah, maybe I would. Ambitious.
Ambition. Well, that's
Want a better life.
Well, that's too good. But I mentioned a while ago that there was a lot of different reasons why people would want to do that. The two main reasons, and Don shared with us, and it's the two reasons that I had in my mind, are people that are looking, first of all, for tools to build their business, whether it's a real estate business or whether it's another networking business or anything they need to promote their business with. We've got a tool package that'll do it. So we can fill that need in your conversations as you're going along. If you when you're talking to people, listen for the clues that they're dropping, and if they're mentioning the fact that they're they're building their business, and the business is struggling a little bit, and they need a better way to promote it, or they need some better tools and things like that, or you know that's when you got an opening. You can walk in and share with them, not not throw up all over them, but share with them about tools and things like that that you have available, the autoresponders and capture pages and landing pages and mailers and the database and just everything we got. Uh, the other type of person that Don mentioned and is what I had in mind is people that are looking to make a little extra money. You know, sometimes somebody make an extra $100 a month, they're doing great. They feel like it's great. Of course, sometimes they need to make $5,000 or $10,000 a month to be doing great. Uh, Everybody has their levels that they and their goals that they're striving for. But in your conversation, everyday conversation, not necessarily talking about business or anything, in your conversations, if you at the grocery store and you standing there in line, sometimes you can start up a conversation with somebody. I had a real nice conversation the other day with a gentleman uh, because my wife was wandering around in the grocery store shopping, and I didn't want to walk around all over the grocery store, so I just went over and was going to sit down, and there was some benches there to sit at, but most of them had people sitting on them, and there was an empty space next to a gentleman. I just went over and asked him if I could sit down there next to him, and he said, yeah, and we started talking, had a nice conversation. But in your conversations like that, you can start up a conversation with almost anybody. If you're online, you can start up conversations, and in that conversation, one of the things you might want to listen for is, they start talking about the economy, or they start talking about, you know, they sure wish they had a little extra money here, or groceries sure are high, or gasoline prices gone up. Oh boy, it's really gone up around here. I don't know where y'all are or not, but you know, just little things that give you a clue that they could use a little extra money, and that gives you an open door to walk in and share with them, a way that you have to make some extra money, and you know they might be interested in taking a look at it, and tell them you're spending $10 a month or 35 cents a day. Of course, like I mentioned a while ago, we really prefer people to encourage people to go with the yearly basis. One thing, they save extra 20% there. So, but that's the two type people that I came to my mind today, that that we're really looking for. And if you just put your antennas up, while you're in conversation with someone, whether you're chatting with them on the chat room, or chatting on Facebook or Twitter, or just wherever you might happen to be, or you just might be having lunch with a client or something like that, and just doing a in a casual conversation, something. It just any number of things. Just always be open, always be listening. Keep your antennas up there for clues as to what we have that might solve a need that they have. And that's what we're really in the business for. Sandy mentioned helping people, and we are in business of helping people, but helping them what? Helping them do what? Helping them accomplish what? Achieve what? You know, what goal do they have that we can help them reach? And that's what in a conversation, just keep listening, and then when you hear something like that, it's an open. That don't mean you're gonna jump up and sponsor everybody that you talk to, but it gives you an opportunity to share, and the more people you share with, the more people you expose your business to, then the more opportunity you're going to have to sponsor people and bring them in, and then your number one goal becomes teach them how to duplicate what you're doing. Teach them how to do the same thing. Has anybody got any comments about that? Or am I putting people to sleep again? My wife's snoring over here. Not really.
Hell,
Oh, man. Was anybody else got anything else you wanna bring out tonight? Good evening to Doug too, if he's there listening. I assume he probably is.
yeah, he just walked in the room, Mike.
I got a good sense of timing there.
Yep.
Well, let me run
You
around.
guys know what?
Go ahead.
You guys know about Twitter Buffer app?
Twitter Buffer app.
Yeah, you can put in 10 free tweets about about your business on a schedule, and
Think
not have to upgrade.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think Don's used something similar to that before. He's talked about that in the past. Don, you know what she's mentioning there?
I use a program called Tweet Adder. It's similar. You can automate your tweeting.
Yeah, that's a good one, but isn't it $55 a year?
I think it's in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Last time I upgraded, I bought a lifetime deal. It was more. I think it was $133 is what I paid for it, but it was for unlimited accounts.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. But yeah, we're getting busy, so I got to automate some of this stuff because I didn't even go on IBO at all yesterday. I didn't even realize it. I see I have 3 stars. I've got 3 stars. But anyway, that's a good one. If it's free, so 10 is good.
What was it called now? Twitter Buffer or?
It's bufferapp.com. Two P's in the app.
Yeah, APP. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll go take a look at that and see what we see.
Yeah, 10's a good number if you're not spamming the wall. That you
Yeah.
can space them out for it to be a whole day's worth of tweets.
Yeah, and I try to go in and retweet stuff, and that way it's not all links, all business links.
Well, that's works the same as it does on Facebook and other things too. The same. It was the same way on IBO, really, especially on your PRs. If you're putting something out there that's interesting, not necessarily just throwing up on people with you all your links or everything like that. If you're putting something out there interesting, then people will keep coming back looking for you, and occasionally they're gonna stumble across something you had to say that would benefit them, and never can tell. It may be your next hot member. But I guarantee you, if you get out there and you're just throwing out a bunch of links and stuff like that, people ain't gonna pay much attention to you.
I don't know how many times I come across guys. I'll go look at their wall, and the whole page is full of posts that they made, but there are no shares, no comments, or nothing on them.
Right.
I went on a couple of days ago to the newbies, all the new members,
Right.
just to welcome them. And one entire page and a half of the next page was one guy's ads. All it was. He just kept putting one after the other in. really obnoxious.
I don't know how they do that. Yeah, I know they do, but I don't know how they do it because
Yeah.
IBO usually, they time how often you can post.
Yeah, it seemed kind of funny because they were one right after the other. There was no room for anything else.
I've seen people do that on Facebook, and that actually gets kind of annoying to me. But but
But yeah, yeah.
usually on IBO, that's one thing IBO looks for. Is people trying to do that, and they time them. They'll come up and say you can't post yet. You got to wait, or you're posting too fast, or something like that.
Yeah. Well, they got a thing now too where you can't post electronically. They're suspending all those folks.
Mm.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few people I was associated with that were suspended. I don't know what they were using, but it's something IBO doesn't like.
No, they
Yeah,
don't
some
like
kind of
anything that's automated.
Yeah, some kind of a robot. Yeah.
They want to keep it a community and not not just a bunch of machines out there sending links back and forth to each other, which is one of the things that makes IBO work, makes it good.
Yeah.
Another thing that makes IBO work and is sharing, both on the wall and on the on PRs and things like that. When you comment on a PR, share that PR. It don't take but just a couple extra clicks, and you can share it off and retweet it and put it on G+1 and all kind of good stuff. Share it. That's what gets people and their PR noticed outside of IBO, and literally
Yeah.
thousands and thousands of people can see it if the people that read a PR, and I get all kind of comments where people say how it's a great PR, good article, they liked it, they enjoyed it, and stuff like that. But it's real obvious that they haven't shared it, and sharing it is one thing that makes IBO work too, and then not just the PRs, but sharing the wall post too. And it's like I said, it's just a matter of a couple clicks and you've done it. So I don't know if anybody's noticed or not, but the activity seems to have picked up a little bit on IBO Exchange.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it seems.
Huh.
I'm seeing more activity on my 3 or 4 ads I got out there now, which is great. There I went for a while where I wasn't seeing anything. I mentioned it here, a week or so ago, and now I'm seeing every day. It's still not, they're not as much as I would love to have, but I'm seeing activity there, and numbers are going up. So something's happened that's good. I know that Chris Karafotis, I can't say her name right, but I know that she's been doing a little promoting on the over in the IBO toolbox and things like that. Which,
Yeah, and I think she put it in the newsletter this week too. So yeah.
yeah, that's true. By the way, I'm sitting here staring at a PR. It's not a brand new one. It's it's been out for a little while, but it's by one of our leaders here, Mr. Don. Is unbiased Stifort facts, and I tell you what, that is a a PR that I really, really, really liked. It it's not just throwing up on everybody about Stiforp, but he's telling about Stiforp. He's sharing about Stiforp in a very interesting way that would cause people to want to read it and see it. And I was really impressed with this one. Like I said, it's not a brand new one, but I run across it pretty frequently over here on IBO Exchange. So, but if you get a chance and you see it, look, go to Don's PRs and look for the unbiased Stifort facts. It's a really good article there.
Thank you, Mike.
Well, you're welcome. You do good. You motivate me a lot of times.
Did anybody see the eclipse last night?
Hmm. Not here. It was raining, storming, and overcast.
Yeah, same here. We were so disappointed.
No, I missed that too.
I heard it was
Yeah,
mostly visible out on the west coast, out in the western states is what I heard. I didn't see it at all. So
it looks like NASA has some footage of it, but we haven't seen that yet. They were showing it, but we didn't feel like sitting here for 2.5 hours or whatever it was
right.
until it actually was complete. So we decided to go to bed.
Yeah. Well, I've about run out of words. Somebody else need to start sharing some of their words. Marty, have you got anything going on this week? How's your week been?
My week hasn't been too bad, thanks. Just kind of the start of the week since it's only Tuesday. Sorry. No, I was just thinking I didn't even know anything about the eclipse. It shows you how well I was informed. That was supposed to have been last night?
Yeah.
Yeah? No, I was just listening to Kate just a little bit before the call on Twitter because I don't really know much about Twitter. It was about 14 minutes long. It was quite interesting. It was just going over the basics of it because I know a lot of us don't know enough about Twitter and it can be very complicated.
I use Twitter a lot now, but
I know at one point it didn't.
no, at one point I just wasn't impressed with Twitter at all because it seemed like you put something up there and it scrolled off about as fast as you could get your finger off the button and
Yeah.
you could I never saw anything and everything, but Twitter has evolved. It's evolved, and it's an interesting site sometimes to go click and read, and it's a good way to meet people and start up those conversations that we talked about earlier. So I'm gonna see if he's can unmute. Rev David, you still around there? You got anything you want to add to our group here?
Maybe he's not on.
Well, he was earlier, but that's really possible too. He may have got more involved in eating than we thought. Oh man. How about you, David? You got anything else you want to add tonight?
I kind of thought David was the one we lost here a little while ago.
Well, he might have been.
Because I hadn't heard anything from him.
I haven't heard anything from him either. He might have been the one we lost. Something might have come up there. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. If nobody else has anything you want to add tonight, we'll. I know it's a little bit early, but I think we'll just go ahead and call it a night. Remember, there is a webinar tonight at 10 o'clock, and we'll be back here on Thursday at 8 o'clock. And I really look forward to hearing everybody here. I kind of hoped as Corrine and a couple others was going to be in here tonight, but anyway, if you talk to them, if you talk to anybody, anybody on your team, anybody out there, invite them, encourage them to come in and join us. Anyway, we'll be back here again Thursday night at 8 o'clock.
Good night, everybody.
With that, I'm going to say good night.
Good night.
Thank you, Mike. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
To stop conference